faith and consistency and the focusing of attention and energy and awareness on a certain outcome, there's a balance to this. You have to be careful because you can't become too attached to a specific outcome or things turning out a specific way for you. Because when you become too attached, then you become rigid and you stop flowing with the river. When you stop flowing with the river, when you stop swimming with the power of the river behind you, which is something that I talk about a lot, you lose the acceptance. You lose the acceptance of what is. And when you lose the acceptance of what is, then the things that you're trying to do can't manifest. They can't come out because whatever idea it is that you had, like you have an idea of how you're going to get there, but it might not be the real way that you end up getting there. Like it might be a totally different roadmap, because you don't have a perfect, in your mind, in your physical mind, you don't have a perfect roadmap of how things are going to turn out the way that they need to turn out. So if you have an idea of, I'm going to go from point A to point B, and you're attached to, well, I need to make a right, a left, and a right to get to point B, but in reality, you need to make a left, a right, another right, and then a left. It's like, it sounds silly, but the way that things turn out, you cannot be attached to them. You can't be attached to a specific outcome or a specific way for things to end up. But if you have an idea or you have a goal in mind that you want to achieve or somewhere that you want to go, and you have faith, complete faith, not a shadow of a doubt in your mind that this is going to work out for me, this is where I'm headed, and this is going to come to me, then you've already started the ball rolling. I mean, that's the very first step. The very first step to achieving anything that you want in this life is having faith and trust and belief that you can do it, or that you can gain it, and that you are worthy of it, because you are. And the greatest thing about this, the funny thing about this, is that this is in itself a litmus test. Because if you don't believe that you are capable of or worthy of achieving the things or receiving the things that you want in your life, if you don't believe that, then you will never get them. And so your belief will be confirmed over and over and over again. But if you're willing to have unwavering faith in yourself and your ability to carry out the tasks necessary to get yourself from point A to point B, if you have unwavering faith, and unwavering consistency and persistence and belief, you will get there. There are countless examples. Like, you could read about it all day of people who not only use this method, use this ideation to get themselves from point A to point B and achieve amazing things in their life, but they talk about it too. Those people talk about it. Conor McGregor talks about the law of attraction, all of that. That's like the most shocking one to me, is that Conor McGregor says, if you can think it and you believe it and you have the courage to speak it, then it will come true for you. To me, that's a big one because he's one of the most highest achieving fighters in UFC history. He's like one of the richest, one of the highest paid athletes ever. He started his own company. He achieved great things inside the UFC, and you can have your opinion about him. I'm not trying to say good or bad things about Conor now, but what I'm saying is that is an example, a prime example of somebody who took this idea of faith and law and conscious attraction of something that he desired in his life and put it into practice and proved that it could work. This channel, my channel, is another example of that. I knew when I put out that video and it got over 1 million views, I knew that video was going to blow up. I knew so strongly, a week before I put that video out, somebody had asked me what I did for a living. And I still work at Trader Joe's, but I was working at Trader Joe's at the time, and I had 40 subscribers on this channel. And that person asked me, what do you do for a living? And I said that I make YouTube videos. I said I was a YouTuber. And a week later, after I said that, I put out a video, and now that video is at 1.1 million views. My channel has almost 30,000 subscribers. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because the things that I'm worthy and capable of, you are also worthy and capable of. If you're willing to put faith and persistence behind the desire that you have. If you have a desire and you're willing to faithfully and persistently move toward that desire without getting frustrated, without getting put down, and without forcing it to happen a certain way. And this is where the detachment comes from. It's funny how this works. It's kind of a paradox, but it's really true. You have to have this certain level of detachment from the thing that you're trying to move towards to bring it to you. The point that I'm really trying to make is that I do believe, personally, I truly believe that any person in the entire world, no matter what their situation is, no matter where they are, no matter who they know, no matter what they have, is capable of any level of abundance, is capable and worthy of any level of abundance, capable and worthy of any level of success, capable and worthy of any level of comfortability in their life. If that person is willing to take the desires that they have in their life and put behind that desire faith and persistence. Faith and persistence will take you anywhere that you want to go in this life. And like I urge you that if you're watching this and your initial reaction to that is like there are two things that I already know that people are going to say to this, and just before you comment, before you get down in the comment section, I want you to think about these two things. First of all, if your initial reaction to that is, well, no, that's not true. How many people, it's almost like a trope at this point. The amount of people who come from, rags to riches. It's such a common story, that it's such a common thing that happens in today's world, or it always has been, that we have like a trope name for it, which is rags to riches. It's so common. Like it's almost like at this point it should be common knowledge that any person, no matter what they have, sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. No matter what they have and no matter what opportunities are immediately apparent to them, they are capable of doing the thing that they want. If only they choose persistence, patience, and faith. It's a trope, man. At this point, we know that this is not only possible, but likely to happen if a person is willing to put in effort and have faith. So first of all, if you don't believe me, just think about that for a second. How many times have people come from absolutely nothing and became extremely, extremely successful? How many times has that happened? Just go look it up, because you'll get dozens of results, hundreds of results of people doing this in way crazier ways than anything that I've mentioned so far. People who come from absolutely nothing and become extremely successful. And the second thing that I want to point out that I know that people are going to say is, well, not everybody can do this, because if everybody did this, then nobody would be successful, because blah, blah, everything would be unbalanced, and money, if everybody was rich, for example, I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Money isn't everything, but I'm using that as an example right now. Like if everybody was rich, then money wouldn't mean anything, and well, right, you're absolutely correct. That's why I said this is a litmus test. Whether you're willing to have faith in yourself is like the number one indicator. That's the number one indicator. If you're willing to have faith in yourself and willing to have faith in the world to provide for you based off of your effort, number one indicator of whether you're capable of succeeding or not. If you don't have faith in yourself and you don't have faith in this world to provide success for you, it's over already. Number one, like at the first step, you're already dead in the water. So that's why I said it's a litmus test. It's I don't want this to be the case, but I feel like it's probably true. More than half of people don't believe that they're capable of doing anything, right? And definitely more than 50% of people have limiting beliefs, and I'm probably being extremely generous with that number. I want to say closer to 90% of people, but I'm going to be generous and say at least half of the people in the whole world do not possess within them the belief that they are capable of achieving and gaining anything that they want in life. At least half of the people. So that 50% of people, they're already out. You can try, and that's sad to me, because I really believe that if everybody, how we were just saying that, well, if everybody was rich, then nobody would be rich and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, if every single person in this world had the belief and faith and idea that they were capable of achieving and gaining anything that they wanted, and everybody else knew that too, because that's the truth. If everybody else knew that too, we would all cohese and work together, and everybody would be living in abundance because we would find a way, we would understand then, if everybody knew that they had that within them, we would understand then that we have no enemies. We would understand then that everybody could work together, and there would be no necessity for us to be richer than, poorer than, better than, lesser than. There would be no reason. There would be no need. But we don't live in a world where everybody has that inner belief. And so some of us believe that we have enemies, and some of us believe that we need to fight in wars, and that we need to hurt other people, or that we need to be better than other people, blah, 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 blah. So that's the litmus test. Do you have the belief in your heart that you have the capability of doing and achieving anything? Because if you don't, then you're already out of the game. That's why the basic qualifier for whether you're going to succeed in your life or not is whether you have faith in yourself. And that's pretty much it. Because everything else follows that. Once you have faith and belief in yourself to fulfill your desires, if you have that within you already, everything else just follows it. I'm lagging really bad now. I've frozen. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to end the video there because that's what I really do think I got my point across. If you have faith in yourself and you believe in yourself and your ability to achieve anything, you're going to do it, dude. You're going to do it as long as you maintain that faith. There is no such thing as failure. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this space with me. I know that my camera's lagging. I'm super annoyed. I'm not doing it this way again in the future. We're just going to go back to the phone. See, this is what I get for trying to make higher quality videos. I'm letting it go. Much love to you guys. In the description below, I'm going to link my second channel where I'm going to be doing other cool stuff like making songs and playing video games and doing fun stuff. I have like one video on there. Not super happy with it. It's all right. We're gonna work it out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.